Welcome back, guys, to Trails in the Sky the Third, where last episode we entered the Queen's room to discover a ghost who entrusted us with a key to the treasury as Kevin and crew entered the sealed area below. There we met with the Lord of Phantasma, who summoned Rostrum to face us. On his defeat, we were awarded another sealing stone, and rescuing Chloe from within it, we completed our second chapter, and now embark on entering some new doors. With 100 battles having been fought, we enter Star Door 2, learning about the Salt Pale, before entering Star Door 3, ready for an SC epilogue. It's just not a standard wave, let's put it that way. Waves can be higher after all. There's something else to it. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Get a move on or I'm gonna leave you behind.
Wait for me!
No time for waiting. If we wait much longer, the banquet's gonna start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option.
But I'm so hungry.
She is. Oh no! I can't walk another step. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch, you could eat more of the banquet, didn't you? I do that when I know I'm gonna have a big meal.
I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday.
That's exactly how I do things.
Going 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded.
It's not healthy. What the hell were you thinking?
I can't move! Carry me!
Hell no. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's gonna be alias knows how many famous people there. Personally generous snapping a photo of Her Majesty and the Crown Princess. And then...
This actually isn't so bad.
You're being dragged by his butt. Your face is in his butt. Maybe he cleans it really well. It smells very fresh.
At one point, this very capital was placed in grave danger. But thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well.
The capital's there.
This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honour all those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia. Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of Liberl by ending the peril we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to what you all have done, but...
We just made it!
Phew, we're finally here. Food! Someone give me food!
What are you doing? Eating can wait. You've got pictures to take. Crown Prince's speech might be finishing soon.
Oh, okay.
Decorum!
Well, I do hope you will all enjoy your time here all the same.
I'm sure you are all busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in the bill, so by all means partake until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation.
When did you get really, really good at this?
How do you have a switch flip overnight?
Chloe really is something else, huh?
I'm not sure I could dress super nice, get up in front of a crowd like this and make a big speech the way she just did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as a crown princess before. But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine.
Seeing her has made me kind of jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister?
Oh, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are.
What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy with helping get Liberl back in shape, so I haven't even had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know.
I know. Still, it really is surprising just how much you've grown out, even in these past few weeks.
I have?
Well, it's been pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. As dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle.
I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. What can I say? I'm glad that things seem to have finally come down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather.
Yeah. Look up at the top there, who's alone?
Oh, look! Look at all that food! Chefs in the castle supposedly made the entire spread too. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pick up big time. I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right here, okay, Joshua? I'm gonna go scope out the goods. She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a way to go in others. Keep your youth, your playfulness, your joy. Hey, look, how you doing, Joshua? I'm still not here with you. You just went to get food a second ago, actually. Are you two here for more work more than fun? Bingo. There aren't many occasions where there's many famous faces are gathered in one place. There was no way we could pass up the chance to come and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here by answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So no going home until you've spoken to us, alright? Alright. Great. Next up is the Crown Princess. Hop to it, Dorothy. I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions to ask, photos to take. Why are you so mean? He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how Estelle's doing. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose it's as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on a personal level too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. Oh, we get control. I like how the chat has been talking tsunami definitions now. A tsunami is generated by the displacement of water, which means a tsunami can be really small. There we go. Easy enough to say, isn't it? Not caused by the tides or anything like that. By the moon's pool, yada yada. Phew, there's sure a lot of guests today. By all means, help yourself to any of the food here. It all tastes much better while it's still hot. Look who I instantly headed for, by the way. Animalfia! You were able to make it, Richard? Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's generosity, yes. I received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the Society's attack on Gralsritter, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same, but I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. Can't say I don't understand, but still. Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness or going against her will. I merely feel a strong desire to settle things within myself, and I fully intend on following through. That is all. Alright then. Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's mercy, I was able to receive a full pardon for my actions. I still feel as though I need to settle things myself after what I did. There is a bit of it. The tides are caused by moon's pools, so those are the same cause. Yeah, what? I know the tides are caused by the moon's pools. What? What? Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Still, thank you very much for your support during the attack on Gralsritter. It really did help us all. Oh, please, I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless checks otherwise. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to accept a thank you. That's basic school. I hope they all teach that at every school. I presume your business here is finished, then kindly be gone. You'll get in His Excellency's way standing around it, but thank you for the cheer. What? I said the tsunami's different than the tides. No, I didn't list them as two different causes. I was saying the tides, the moon's pool is the tide. I went about... Oh, here we go, chat. I can't remember exactly what I said. But why I listed the moon's pool after the tide, because they're related. So that's why I followed up with it afterwards. It wasn't listing them as two separate things. That was me saying... Ah! Game versus nature conversation. We're not caring about the game anymore. It's turned into an argument. Just in case I misinform, obviously. Excuse me. Have I given you some food already? Well, I want some grape juice. Oh, Joshua. It's been a long time since I last saw you. Well, good to see you again too, Professor. Although, speaking of the last time I heard, there's a plan in motion to pull up the Liber Ark from the lake and investigate it. You heard right. It'll be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. That's not to say it'll be easy, of course. The lake's fairly deep, so we can start holding up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So we're intending to work on making a map of the lake's bottom using sonar first, which is going to take quite some time as it is.
They already have sonar. That's not long after they made airships, wasn't it? So when are you coming? Hold on, I haven't even... Oh, Joshua! Hey, man, making the rounds. Something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you?
Sort of. Agate said that he was going to come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back, so I was just asking him when he's free.
Oh, that's right, so we did. We were getting off the Arcel, right? I didn't really mean it, though. It was just one of those things you say in passing, but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a brace is busy work. I'd like to go for sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it.
But I've been looking forward to you coming ever since.
Okay. Let me think. Maybe the end of the month? That should be okay. I think the Friday's free. Think.
Really? Is that a promise?
Yeah, I guess. Just don't know what you'll be getting into when we find you and we're able to find out more. Tina took out a small notebook and started scribbling in it. She logged the date. You have to be there now, Agate. It's down in writing. So what kind of dishes do you like? Any old set of groceries I can shove down my neck is fine by me.
Nothing special at all?
Well, I think I'm going to leave them alone for now. I wouldn't want to get in their way. I wish I hadn't collapsed all of a sudden like that to begin with. Well, it hadn't. If I had just one more hour, I could have taken a research sample too. Well, there's no point in lamenting what you can't do anything about. I'll have to make do with what I've got. But anyway, the tsunami thing... I meant, of course, they are one and the same. I didn't mean that they are two separate phenomena and that waves just exist. But waves do just exist because that's why we have wave machines in pools. But isn't that a tsunami because it's displacement of water? Oh no! What have we all borne? It's nice to be able to attend a banquet like this. Hey, Ambassador Cooking. It truly drives home the point that this nation is back at peace again. The trouble regarding the Liber Ark and the subsequent restoration efforts have really shown me anew how capable a ruler Queen Alicia is. She's handled this happened impeccably. All of this had happened in the Republic, it would have been resolved anywhere near as... It wouldn't have been resolved anywhere near as smoothly, let me tell you. Is it because of the way the government works, is it? Being the Republic, Parliament is still very much in confusion over the Orville shutdown phenomenon. Say nothing of those steam tanks of Erebonius. It's going to be quite a while before things settle down there too, I'd wager. Parliament? Don't talk to me about Parliament. Hey, Zin. How's it going, Joshua? Hello, Zin. Thanks again for all the help you've been given with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we'd have done without you. Hey, think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see.
Was that why Killiker wasn't able to make it then?
Yeah, the guild receptionists are basically changed their seats at the moment. Although, to be honest, I can't picture getting all dressed up and coming to a party like this anyway. Wow, there's so many people down here. Who am I speaking to as our last destination, by the way? That's the worrying bit. Okay. Must be Chloe. Please do enjoy yourself at the banquet. Yeah, this is actually a playable epilogue, you are right. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid you may not pass beyond this point. These stairs lead to Her Highness's private chamber. It's interesting to get an epilogue in this format as well. It's like to see you were able to attend tonight's banquet. Please do enjoy yourself. The whole garden terrace is accessible to guests of tonight's party, so please don't feel restricted and do enjoy yourself. We've got all the leadership over here by the look of it. Who do I speak to first? Oh! A candlelight dinner? Just the two of you in a corner? A third glass just to see who... Well, I guess that's just Sherazad's extra glass. Yeah. You two look comfortable. Oh, Vincent Joshua. Care to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thanks. Oh, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoil sport. Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? It feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's. Say, Shara, about Luciola. Silly Joshua, what are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be. Cheryl's right. It's
Especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries after all that happened over the past few weeks and months. But this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right. I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point though. Oh, and while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her. I won't. I've got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? Yeah, definitely her extra glass. Feels like no amount of alcohol's enough to get me drunk lately. I don't know what's up with me. On the positive side, though, maybe now I can actually beat Aina in a drinking contest. Trust her to find a positive in that. Olivier, is it okay if you're here in Liberl? I would have thought you need to get back in the Empire. Well, I will go back eventually. For now, however, I intend to savour the lingering feelings of this whirlwind of a ride. Remaining behind afforded me the chance to attend this wonderful party to boot. As you can see, my fine instincts have yet to fail me. Incidentally, Cher, while you'll forgive me if this is just my imagination, are you not drinking a little too quickly? You're starting to scare me a little. Cher got more dialogue as well. Anyway, it's about time I seriously started thinking about returning to Roland. Maybe I finally got what it takes to beat Aina in a drinking contest too. Well, you have fun, kids. Enjoy yourself, yeah? Anyone up here? Ah, Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has all the utilities it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say Liberl is back to normal too, I fear. Come to think of it, Estelle and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in Liberl's smaller villages, so it threw us off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. Doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible though. It should go a long way toward helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've got to do all we can for one another, and the army's no different. With Ereboni and Calvers internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the army has had to be shelved for now too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back in a while. So, make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Sal's been pretty worried about you, you know. There's no need to worry about me, I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'd say I'm taking it too easy. When you worry about me, in fact, I'm taking it easy while passing on the tough job to you guys. Yeah, well, saving Liberl was a tough job, I will admit. He is kind of doing that. Hi, by the way, in the chat. Oh, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand with the restoration efforts in addition to what you did with the Liber Ark. You have my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting to thank me. I wonder if something happened. The Bracer Guild has helped us in a number of ways recently. You have my thanks. That Primrose again? Nope, it's Eckler. Do you need something to drink, sir? We have plenty available, alcoholic or otherwise. Is there enough food available for you? If there's anything you would like more of, please feel free to let me know. What I do if I walk to this bit, by the way, is I say, if you could just move your bit a little more nearer that balcony. Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all your team did to thwart Ouroboros' schemes and return peace to Liberl. The depth of gratitude we owe is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating, sir. We might have been the one who entered the Liber Ark, but we wouldn't have had a chance of success if we were on our own. It was only because of you, Richard, Kurt, and the others fighting on the ground that we were able to succeed. We would certainly say the same of you, though. Although it is true that none of us could have brought about peace alone. Still, I've been wanting the chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. I'm not usually one for praying, but even I found myself looking to the goddess when the Liber Ark started collapsing. I'm so relieved you all came back to us unharmed. Well, Joshua, it's been quite some time since I last saw you. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Klaus. The mayors of each of Liberl's cities and towns were invited, I believe. I'm not sure why I was when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I hear the food supplies that were delivered to Bose and Gransel were done so on your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were at the time. You've got as much right to be here being thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was. Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. It's a relief to know I was able to contribute in some way after all. That said, do come back to Roland to visit Joshua. I'm sure everyone will be overjoyed to see how you're doing. Do come back to Roland to visit Joshua.
Do come back to Roland to visit Joshua.
That's better. Really matters. You can read out a sentence completely blankly and it means a completely different other thing. And I can understand how you can misconstrue things like that.
Phew, it's finally all over. That just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch.
Do you need something to drink, sir? No, I'm talking to Murdoch. He might need a drink.
Oh, he's got 2 as well. I'm afraid we've still got a lot of work on our plate. The Auburn factories under ZCF are operating at less than 28% of their full capacity. And we still need to finish rebuilding the capital systems, working on overhauling the RCL. My workload's not looking lighter anytime soon.
I bet. This is some party, isn't it?
I don't think you'll find a banquet with guests quite like this anywhere. I used to be a businessman, so I've been to my fair share of occasions like this. But I've never been to any with this many people, famous people in attendance. I'm staying hydrated. How do I put the sippy into a chair? Everyone's at me now because it's a 30 Celsius day and I need to drink, do I? Chat's looking after me. Oh, you needn't worry about us. The Academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. It would certainly attract the students, but they're all back to their usual cheery selves now. So you're talking to Maybell, are you?
I'd heard the Academy was actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. I was ever so worried when I first heard the news.
They don't have 2 conversation dialogue, sadly.
It's a pleasure to meet you again, Joshua. We'll see you again. You too, Lila. Have you been well? I have, thank you. I have, thank you.
I need to take a little bit of time for reading comprehension and setting, right?
Maybe it's the hot day. Although I wish I could say the same for the mayor. She's collapsed from overworking herself the other day. As such, I had no choice but to force her to take some time off work. That bad? I'm afraid so. She was finally able to rest and recover enough to my satisfaction. Thankfully, so she's now returned to her duties. I assure you that she's in good hands. Left unattended, Mayor Maybell would likely work herself into her grave, so it falls to me to make sure that she rests when necessary. I'm determined to make sure she takes a good long rest after things have settled down enough in Bose. I assure you that she's in good hands.
She better be. Right, well, thinking that Chloe is probably our last people to speak to. Our last people. Person. My words, I'm good at them today. Should we speak to Kevin next? Or Dorothy? Kevin, I wasn't expecting you to still be in Liberl. Oh, slap, you're in mine too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're going to regret it later. Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. You hadn't come to Liberl when you did. Don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone too. You look as spiffy these days, Joshua. So yeah, just forget about me or whatever. It's all in the past now. I'm not sure if I should ask this, but are you... Joshua? I'm not going to be in Liberl for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we'll get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, we definitely did. Damn, this sirloin steak's like a little piece of heaven in my mouth. I sure wish I could take a lifetime supply of it back home with me. Should we speak to the capitals next? Let's speak to Dorothy.
Miss Maid, I need some food.
You could just get the food yourself. It is an option. Man, this is one hell of a party. I normally work as a chef over at Sanctum Gate, but I was called over here to help. It's a real huge honor to be able to help out on an occasion this spectacular. I doubt they'll ever get an opportunity like this again. Hey, Joshua. I didn't expect to see you guys here. You invited them? Sure was. The invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way would we turn down some high-class grub, though, so we hurried on over. That's very like you. Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around the open. It looks like we should start thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. Not the first time you said that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right? Well, maybe, but that's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we live so far. I don't want to change now. Still, the best thing about starting up a company is we'd be able to employ all the guys who worked under us while we were in the Sky Bandit business. I mean, I ain't saying it's going to be easy. We didn't have any funding, and we don't know if we'll even be profitable once we get things up and running. Well, we're spending a lot of money on machine gun bullets, that's what we find out. Still. Okay, no extra dialogue. You're not going to hear me say no. All the complicated financial stuff goes right in my head, so just don't count on me there. That might even be right up Josette's alley. Yes, I guess the leadership moves on a little bit. It was an honor to be able to put my skills to test making tonight's many dishes. I do hope they will be to your satisfaction. Please have your fill. Who are you, by the way? It's good to see you again, Anan. Ah, you're here. I heard you're here as the Bracer Guild's representative today. Is that true?
Indeed. All of the other receptionists are busy, you see. I was the only one able to attend.
That's too bad. Isn't it, though? This would have been a fine time for us to exchange information. But oh well, there's always tomorrow, as they say. I'm blocking the maid. Receptionists of all the other branches were too busy to come today, I'm afraid. It would be nice to get together with them at some point and exchange info. Well, I suppose that we'll just have to wait for another time. Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple of weeks. The damage reports on the regions of Liberl you've been providing have proved invaluable in allocating personnel. I really can't thank you enough. Oh, you needn't thank me. Well, wait, Kurt. I feel like I need to say something regarding my bracer badge. As you probably already know, what power I have was given to me by the society. Before becoming a bracer, I used it to commit many unforgivable crimes too. No matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a bracer. You know, Joshua, I've always seen power as an imperfect concept. That's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We're both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe to be right. I see no true difference. Well, I can't really argue with that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though. Be that as it may, that's nothing to be ashamed of. You should simply continue striving to overcome it. Well, this is but my personal opinion. I say you're a model bracer.
Wow, I didn't know Josette was from the nobility. I always pictured Erebonian nobles as being real stuffy and scary. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed up in there.
You look the cuteness, do you? No extra dialogue, sad times, Ananice. So I'm feeling killing these days just how much I need to improve myself. I love to go on some kind of extensive training program, but this hardly seems the time for that. Perhaps I'll bring up the matter with Alnam once things have calmed down a little. After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to be able to come to a swanky place like this and put our feet up. Feels pretty good too. It's just wild how much energy these two have. Are they always like this? How are you, Kana?
I swear it's like watching two children squabble. It's great that we're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking things a little too easy.
I swear it's like watching two children squabble. Oh, no extra dialogue. Could you two stop fighting? I wonder, can I save while I'm here? I can. I'm worried that it might be it's either Estelle or Chloe that's going to be our endpoint here. Most likely it's Chloe, but to make sure.
Ha! I figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be at this party after all, because I've been at plenty of high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before, because I have, for your information. I just don't need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I could name. Try saying I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate that you have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here. So, could you take this fight somewhere else? Shut up, Joshua! Wow, sorry. Huh, okay then, have it your way. How about you and me settle this with an honourable duel? Think you can handle it?
Yes, I vote for Wheel of Time.
Damn right I can, you're on!
Just don't cry when you realise you can't actually beat me though. Yeah, that was not good. I mean, at least she's got gumption. At least she's got guts, right?
Ah, but isn't Joshua? I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander.
Fortunately, the Liber Ark's collapse caused little direct damage by itself.
That might not have been the case if there had been any ships on the lake at the time, but during parts of the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterwards was quite small too. I'd say we were rather fortunate. Can't believe it's that small.
It's not like we were able to see as much when we travelled around the lake shore. A few people who were watching the city collapse were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. Indeed, if anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. Liberl is, after all, one of the most advanced nations of the continent when it comes to orbital technology. Ordinarily, that's one of our greatest strengths, but in this case it worked against us. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. Liberl's abundance of orbital technology ended up working against us this time, regrettably. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. The confusion created on Erebonian's southern edge as a result of the orbital shutdown phenomenon calmed itself down rather quickly. But over in Erebonia, no more is being reported about the city than that it was a mysterious floating object. Either the central government is still in confusion, and that's why he isn't releasing any more information, or it's a cover at them. Interesting. They covered it up too. Ah, just the man, just the man! Pardon? Oh, is this the boy you were speaking of earlier? That's correct. This is Joshua. I was just telling the ambassador about your various accomplishments, Joshua. It's an honor to finally meet you, except we've met multiple times before. I'm the resident Erebonian ambassador here in Liberl, Devil Clonard. It's nice to meet you. The tale of how you flew on top of that flying city, all while knowing it may be the last thing you did, brought tears to my eyes. How you were able to participate in an operation that may have brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections, I don't know. But I know this. Liberl needs more young men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what was the Duke been telling him? Also, I'm Erebonian. It should go without saying how touched I am to see such spirit from my user today. You're truly Liberl's greatest treasures. But all was well that ended well, for by miraculous chance the two were able to reunite. Indeed they were. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for making the time to attend tonight's banquet. Oh, not at all. How are you feeling now after having some time to recover, Philip? I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overexerted myself. That's how things are once you've reached a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I would have been able to do more if I were 30 years younger, but I suppose there's a little point in doing so. I wonder what he looked like 30 years ago. Nope, sorry Philip. Just can't picture it. Duke has been a much more positive, forward-thinking man since that day. That fact alone makes all I did feel worthwhile. It feels like a huge weight's been lifted from my shoulders watching him now.
Why, hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace, so I do hope you'll enjoy yourself. Oh! You're always welcome back to the castle anytime. I'd be more than happy to help you get dolled up for the occasion too. I'm never wearing a maid outfit again, just so you know. What if Estelle asks you to? With a big pointy stick if you don't. Now that everything's back to normal, it feels like all that happened that day was some sort of dream. I certainly rather believe it was. Seeing the castle gates full and those scary people charging through was like a nightmare. I thought I was going to faint at the sight of it all.
So, down to 2 possible endpoints now. We're nearly there. We have checked out the banquet. Do you think it's the Queen? Or Chloe? Or Sieg?
Skitty skitty!
Well, Sieg, it's good to see you.
Skitty!
After all, he did. I say he deserves a good party as much as any human.
Give him some seed! Skitty skitty!
Indeed. So, the Queen or Chloe? Considering Chloe's the other person that needed to be part of this.
Good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Oh, not at all. I'm pleased to see you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we could meet again. I hear you and Estelle have been travelling and helping with the restoration efforts. That's correct. We both wanted to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. People really are strong. That they are. I have been queen for over 40 years, and the strength of Liberl's citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or technology for this tiny nation's good fortune, but we should be nothing without its people. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis or the war 10 years ago, and neither was all the technology. No, I believe it was the will of its people to live. That's what I believe supports our country, both then and now. People's will to live. Indeed. You were gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. As its queen, that makes me happier than you can imagine.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your words mean a lot to me. Am I being going to be corrected by everyone today in the chat?
Yes, Sieg is an eagle-ish type, raptor type bird. Cool. And the general diet is meat. Okay. But maybe in this world, it eats seed. Birds like seed. Just let them eat seed. Let them eat seed. I'm being fact-checked on everything. I'm just doing a blanket bird statement. I'm not trying to be... If you would, Your Highness, a common celebration of the fact that the crisis has passed now. It's nothing too formal, alright? I put something that brings out your bright and cheery nature. It's definitely as Chloe's our last one. Alright, last conversation then. That's what I get for saying words, indeed.
What? You'd like me to give a comment? Well, let's see. Looks like she's being interviewed at the moment.
I should leave it be for now. But I've spoken to everyone! Okay. I've spoken to, like, everyone here. So who have I not spoken to? Right, I've spoken to the Capwoods. I've spoken to you. I've spoken to Dorothy. I've spoken to everyone here. I've spoken to everyone there. I've spoken to everyone here. I've spoken to Father Kevin. Who have I missed? Oh, it's one of them. Okay, I think that's about everyone now. There were a few people I didn't get to talk to though, so hopefully I can make another round of the party later once they're free. I talked to everyone! Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy. We're talking to the military guys next. Get a move on, woman. We haven't got all day. Has she eaten yet?
Neil, I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water.
That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that, we've got work to do.
Okay. Joshua?
Hey, Chloe. Finally, you got a bit of a break. Must be exhausting having to do one interview after another.
Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad though. I've had to do a lot more of them ever since becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them.
I can believe it. Feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone would learn to adjust after a while. Well, you know, it probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately.
Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do too. I swore to myself that I would do all I could to help and protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part.
Well, if you say so. You really are strong.
I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I just have to keep going out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push.
Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong. Not to me anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to protect Clem when we first met too.
Thank you. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all.
Something on your mind, Chloe?
Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you.
Sure. Okay.
This way then.
Is it just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway? They're in an eating contest, are they?
I got stomachs to spare!
Oh, she's picking up a pace. This could get interesting.
Whose side are you on anyway?
I guess I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty occupied. I should go and see what Chloe wants then. Have I done something to make her angry though? I don't feel like I have. Yes, you abandoned. You abandoned her. So Chloe, what was it you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright?
I love you, Joshua.
What? I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but...
Don't worry, I knew exactly how you were going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out before I could really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it?
How long have you, well, felt that way?
Say, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have, well...
No. I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Sorry.
I told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. That's partly why I wanted to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring it out too. That was probably the best expression I've seen to date.
You can be kind of a bully sometimes, you know that?
Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. So, what's on your mind, Joshua? What? I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier. Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that? Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Are you planning on doing something all on your own again?
Your instincts are sharp, alright. Still surprises me from time to time too, but you're definitely up there.
Well, that's just how our skills are. So come on, tell me what's troubling you.
It's nothing that major, really. I intend to leave the Liberl by the end of the month.
But why? The country's finally at peace now.
That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person and not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted for me. That's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human, bad in that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done, but I can't do that anymore. Oh, that's why I need to go on this journey around the continent, so I can work towards atoning for all that I've done, so I can start embracing the person I now am in the truest sense of the word.
I see. But if you do that, that means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while.
Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. It could be a long time. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part that's on my mind right now.
You've still got a lot of growing up to do, young man.
Huh?
If you ask me, you should just tell her in a way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance. Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. You owe that much to her if you love her. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious.
You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Once that kind of thing's part of why I love you too.
Please stop teasing me.
Just remember, it'll be okay. If anyone knows you, it's Estelle. Although if you ask me, she'll... Joshua, where are you? Oh, there you are. Look at these. They're Jossette's goggles.
Jossette's.
I took them from her spoils of war.
Now I'm a true protagonist. I have goggles. I'm a true anime protagonist now.
I'm glad you're having fun, Estelle.
Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay?
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune into next week's issue to find out. Wait, hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure?
Hey, Chloe. So, I'm not sure how to best put this either, but you gonna confess to Estelle now too?
Thanks. I'm glad I was able to talk to you like this.
Really, I am.
Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a very pleasant night. The heck? So Joshua, what did you two, talk about?
Oh, nothing much. She just gave me a bit of a much needed motivation.
Oh, really? Well, that sure clears things up.
It's been 5 years and Estelle has believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too.
No it doesn't. What motivation?
Estelle, I've got something I need to tell you.
I'm all ears. What's up?
Well, you see...
Oh!
That's a weird scream. That was fireworks.
Wow, fireworks! They're so pretty! There's so many of them too! See, Estelle? You see, Estelle, what? Ah, you see, Estelle was about to tell her. Side story, the banquet is finished. I was expecting you to continue. I was expecting more of that sentence as we learned the recipe for a luxurious lunch. And got some more mirror. Alright, so that's job done there. So that's all the doors I think that we can currently open. All opened. So, that makes it time to head deeper. Do more. Fight more. All that lovely stuff. So we need to go back down to the very bottom of everything, I think. Second plane. Sealed area bottom. Get a little bit more water. This fan is keeping me nice and cool though, so I'm quite happy about it. I don't think you can hear it on the mic, so that's all good. Alright then. What's behind warp number next? I'm glad it wasn't Big Robot Guy appearing again. Well, this should take us to the third plane. Funny how this warp ended up being in the exact spot that device to seal the audio was in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah, the one designed to temporarily freeze it in another dimensional space. Although, unfortunately for the guys who pulled it off, it looks like even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels being able to influence it. I see. We still don't know what happened to the audio either. There seem to be many who think the Liber Ark collapsing means the audio itself is no more, too. Which is possible, I suppose. All we really know is that judging by how shaken Wiseman was, something unexpected happened. Beyond that, nothing. I fear Professor Wiseman might be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although I don't have the faintest idea where he could be now, or what he's doing there. What? But the report said quite clearly... No one in the church is sure what happened to him either. It's still being looked into. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Wiseman isn't involved in what's happening right here. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly reveling every second of this. You all know what kind of guy he is. That's true. He doesn't really have anything to gain by weighing a math like that, I suppose. We've got way too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on guard though, so we'd best be careful. Right, Reese? I suppose so. Right, Kevin knows the answers and he's keeping it from them all. A step into the third plane. Our third chapter can really begin. No imaginary town this time. We're back into the world of stuff. The world of graphical errors. Where are we now? Something similar to the Jade Corridor by the look of it. Kevin, over there. Golden and silver roads. Golden and silver gate. Well, this is foreboding. Again? Oh! The ghost we saw in Gransel. Visitors from afar. Bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. Before you stands the entrances to the twin corridors. Proceed through them both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond. How many part modes do I have? I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trial must be completed. Oh! Well, that's one question answered. That voice we've been hearing all this time was hers. Although now the next question is, who is she anyway? Whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. And I say we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means we're going to have to split up though. or more like Reese and I have to each take a door at the same time, while you guys tag along with whoever. That's how I took it too. If we don't do it the way she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance. They sure aren't making it easy for us, huh? That means we're going to need to split up as two so that you guys don't go in alone. It's still not the most ideal situation when there are only 4 of us and things are so dangerous, but it's what we have to do. Why not ask the rest back in the garden to help us? That way we could form 2 groups of 4, and that would hopefully be good enough for any challenges up ahead. But the voice said that Kevin and I need to be the ones who step through the gates. Sure, but that's all she specified. You and me needed to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. Plus, there's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. We could use their help. Alright then, thank you. Not a problem. So what should we do? Should we call everyone here right away? Even if we did, I wouldn't blame them if they wanted some time to prep before heading out. Especially if I've got a hunch that once we go in those gates, there's no going back out. Because, hunch, we got straight out told. So instead of calling them here, let's go back to them. Then we'll all come here once we fill up to the challenge. The 3rd plane. A dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties with Kevin and Reese as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will need to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it is complete. To begin exploring, inspect the monument at the start of the 3rd plane and choose Explore 3rd plane. Well, apart from that, do you have more weapons? Okay, we've got new weapons to buy for everyone too. Damascus sword is quite a big boost. Oh, it's up to 500. No wonder. Right, we've got the mirror for it. So we're going to want to buy weapons for absolutely everyone. But we need to kind of see stats for everyone too. So Shadow Stitches we'll get for Joshua. Holy Choir is an upgrade for you. Solist Bow for you. Titanium Suits times a billion on top of that. We're going to have a lot of sorting out to do when you think about it. A lot of sorting out. Agility down by 10 if I take that. Definitely a titanium suit is better. We've got more attachments we can buy. This is going to be an interesting one. And then you don't know what kind of course they've got on offer either. Mind 3 has now become available straight after Mind 2. What the hell? Attack 3 is also available as well. Evade 3, Impede 3 is available. Action and Cast on Eagle Eye is now available. EP Cut 3 is available. Ah, what? Yeah, everything just come available now. After I used up so much on slots. Damn it. Okay. Well, let's go back to home base, as it were. It forces me to use Josette. No! How dare you! Right, do I go talk to them to form a party, or do I just form a party? Because I imagine I just formed 2 separate parties, and I can now take Kevin out of slot. But I may as well talk to them as well. It's clear the Lord of Phantasma are not a foe to be underestimated. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough information to try and work out who they really are. Only we have more clues to go on. I'm simply glad that Her Highness is safe and well. Still, there seems to be every chance that plenty of others have been captured in the same way. We should hurry on and aid them. Considering we're always travelling using warps in the cube, it's hard to be sure, but it does feel like every time we arrive at a new plane, we're moving further and farther downward. It makes me wonder what's on the bottom of Phantasma.
We just jump off the side and float there?
Maybe it's just me, but it's kind of sort of maybe a bad idea to lock the next Queen of Liberl in one of those ceiling stones, right? That's Lord of Phantasma should get the death penalty when we catch him. You say you said the same thing, haven't you? Josette's a bit harsh. Death penalty all around. Alright, so what we want to do then is we want to start here. We should probably equip a little bit of stuff at the moment that we did just buy. So, Solist Bow. We got the Holy Choir. Grants peace to foes. That's why it's a Holy Choir. Shadow Stitches. I think I'll have Joshua in my party. As in Kevin's party. When I realise all of a sudden that my party doesn't mean that at all. I guess I could sell some old weapons. Alright, let's see how the switching works now. So I still can't take them out at the moment. I can only take these 2 out.
So I'm guessing I'm sorting my parties at the gate.
Got it.
Who to have in which party is going to be the thing in the end. Alright, let's equip. So Tita doesn't have a new gun, Josette doesn't have a new gun either, unless I buy them, which is what we're going to do. Even Josette's getting a new gun. We're not mean. We don't leave her out. Add some decks on it. And the UG01. I don't know if the one I have at the moment is a medium or not. Actually, is it? I guess I can't see it at the moment. I need to actually look at her. No, it's an area S. Okay, we can definitely change that out then. Even buying Josette weapons. Alright, we'll rely on basically ambushing people. Then you gotta like worry as well, like armor. How's that gonna work out for me? I can't really buy it because it's the most expensive thing to buy. That's a problem in and of itself too.
Understood.
But I'm starting with weapons. Alright, what am I doing next? Josette does not have a door available to her. We completed that door. That door is done though. Alright, buy some more. Alright, Damascus sword we just bought, so it's the rustic sword. 950 that cost. Oh, and the Damascus sword is of course for Julia as well, isn't it? They both share the same weapon type. An ATS down though. Man, why did your stuff have to be stupidly expensive? Alright, that there. And the rustic sword. Here's the other problem. Attachments. We don't exactly have a many. Then we've got all the ornaments to sort out too. Put an EP cut back in there for you. Did we actually equip Josette with stuff? I think we did. Let's give her a little bit extras as well. Attack and defense is just so not good, but whatever. We're just gonna have to hope you do some attack. Young lady. Please be good. Please win all the battles. I'll be happy with that. Alright, do I get a mind free maybe for Kev? Or for... Well, that's everyone's weapons done. So we're going to sort party whenever we get down there. So if I'm going to buy armor, I'll buy 2 titanium suits. I can't! I can obviously sell some kind of crap thing. Do I dare? You never know when you might need something. I can sell 1 enhanced damage. There we go. We don't need multiple of these. Alright, I'm going to buy 2. And I'm going to give them to what are essentially going to be each healer. This is a big increase in defense. So Kevin's going to get 1, and Chloe's going to get 1. Kevin and Chloe are going to go in separate teams. That's just how it is. So you. Let's move out. Let's give them both superly good stuff. They got anti-sleep, anti-mute, I think both of them, haven't they? Yeah. That works for me. Okay. The best year coat's going to be better for someone, isn't it, though? So let's give you that. Chloe gets the other titanium vest. So they have big oodles of defense. That's what we're after. We got defense 3 as well, did we? Anyone actually wearing a defense? I don't think they are. So one group's going to have haze, the other group isn't. So Chloe's not going to have that. So that's a bit of a shame. So one group's going to be able to, like, leisurely walk through everything. The other group is going to have a bit more trouble. I think that's mostly done for now. I think we can push towards our next area with just that cursory setup. We've used our mirror up. So life ain't bad there. Good times. There's no one else with anything else they can equip. It's just attachments. I'm going to be low on attachments. So Reese and Chloe in one, Kevin and Joshua in another, and then we'll sort out the other guys from there. That works. We need to sort out some courts on top of that, but yeah. I mean, I might take a mind 3, maybe. Is ADF minus 3 rather than ADF minus 30%? 3% even. Just 3. That sounds pretty good. I'll take that. One of these as well. And then I'll give the mind to Chloe then. Just because she is lower ATS currently. So give her a little bit extra. She's got all the ADS, so it doesn't really hurt her too much. And we'll give the attack to Josh. And we got attack 2s, etc. that we can spread around apart from that. Definitely need some more stuff. Just more courts in particular, really. I mean, for example, I can make information, I can make EP3 and etc. Oh god, does one group have an information at this point? Who's the one with the information? It's Reese. So I'll need a spare information, because otherwise I might bump into people without exploding stuff. So I actually need 2 of them this time, which is crazy. And then I'll leave the rest, I think. Would love EP Cut 3. Eagle Eye is a nice use of stuff to get more spells, to be fair. I'll get a second one just in case. Right. We're obviously going to be able to forge stuff while we're in there and buy new stuff while we're out there. So we'll take it as that. Anything else changed anywhere around here? No, nothing changed here. Still got the Carnelia books if you wish to read about a certain lady. Or if you wish to refresh your memory. And then there's the food tree. Still just sells a lot of food. So we're good with the food tree. We haven't been cooking that much, to be fair. Right, it's time to move on. Third plane, split area. Let's see what happens. We had our mid-chapter side quest in some senses, and now we're here to move forward. Let's do it. The dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties with Kevin and Reese as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will need to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it's complete. When it says prepare first, it doesn't mean sort out the blooming quest, does it? Alright, we will begin. Okay, so Kevin and Reese in one. So we've got Joshua, Chloe. We've got a good healer and a physical damage dealer in a sense in each party. So we will go with Muller. What about Muller, Julia, Tita, and Josette in Kevin's spy? The reason for that is Tita's really good. The combo with Joshua and his delays and all that, they probably work well enough together that they sort out Josette's inefficiencies or whatever anyone considers. She's going to help. We could put some courts on her, like information, etc. as well. So the other group is a bit stronger overall, you could say. Much physical damage, a fair bit of spell damage. Julia will expect to be spells as well. That should hopefully work out. We put Joshua and Tomboy together. Oh no, we're traitors to Estelle. Well, this is how it's going to be.